Level 1. The valet parking attendant. You make $15 an hour, but you hold the keys to cars that cost more than your entire college tuition. You wear a polyester uniform that somehow traps the summer heat perfectly against your skin. The golden rule is incredibly simple. Do not ever scratch the Bentley. 90% of this job is not smoothly driving luxury sports cars. It is sprinting 3 blocks to the underground overflow garage just to retrieve a rented minivan that smells intensely of stale French fries. You have exactly 3 minutes to bring the car up before the guest starts aggressively checking their expensive watch. When you finally pull up, gasping for air, they hand you a singular crumpled dollar bill like they just gave you a solid gold brick. Then there are the regulars. The guy who slips you a crisp $50 bill just to leave his car parked right in front of the lobby doors because he desperately needs everyone to know he owns it. The real skill here is not precision driving. It is parallel parking a massive tank of an SUV into a tiny spot while an angry taxi driver honks at you and a rich lady asks if you can also walk her tiny, aggressive dog. You just smile, take the incredibly heavy keys, and pray the dog does not bite your ankles. You are the very first and very last impression of the hotel, and you survive entirely on caffeine and the pure adrenaline of not crashing a Ferrari. Level 2. The bellhop. You are the human pack mule of the luxury hospitality world. You wear a tailored jacket with shiny brass buttons, and your lower back is in a constant state of silent agony. The guest pulls up with 6 massive hard-shell suitcases for a simple 2-night stay. You load up your brass luggage cart, expertly playing a high-stakes game of Tetris to make sure nothing falls off and crushes your foot. You navigate the heavy cart through the crowded lobby with the grace of a ballet dancer, all while making light, pleasant conversation about the local weather. The elevator ride is the absolute most awkward part of the job. You are trapped in a small mirrored box with wealthy strangers for 30 seconds, desperately trying to perfectly balance being overly helpful without being annoying. You finally reach the room. You unload the heavy bags, place them perfectly on the wooden luggage racks, explain how the incredibly complicated digital room thermostat works, and then you do the pause. The terrible, lingering pause. You stand near the door, hands clasped, waiting to see what kind of person this guest really is. Are they a $5 person? A $20 person? Or are they the absolute worst kind of person, the one who looks you dead in the eye, says a bright thank you, and firmly shuts the heavy door right in your face? You swallow your pride, push your empty cart back down the long hallway, and get ready to do it all over again. Level 3. The front desk agent. You stand exactly in the center of the grand lobby. You make $19 an hour to pretend you are a human encyclopedia and a professional therapist. Your uniform is flawless, your customer service smile is permanently glued to your face, and your feet are screaming. The corporate training manual is massive, but absolutely nothing prepares you for the sheer panic of a guest asking a deeply unhinged question. Where can I buy a live parrot at midnight? Can you make the rain stop? Why does my room not face the ocean? Sir, we are in the middle of downtown Chicago. Your main job is essentially being an emotional punching bag. You are the ultimate human shield for the entire building. You learn to read people in 3 seconds flat. The grumpy business traveler just wants their plastic key card and 0 eye contact. The overly friendly couple wants you to upgrade them to a massive suite for free just because it is their 2nd dating anniversary. You type furiously on a keyboard from 2004, and you tell them you have magically upgraded them to a lovely courtyard view. Then there is the tipping culture. A guest subtly slips you a carefully folded $50 bill and asks for a quiet room. You magically find them an isolated corner suite. Another guest yells at you because the lobby music is slightly too loud and demands a free breakfast. You apologize profusely with completely dead eyes, absorb the chaos, and wait for your shift to end. Level 4. The concierge. The entire map of the city is permanently burned into your brain, but your real superpower is not knowing places, it is knowing powerful people. You do not just know that the hottest Italian restaurant has a 3-month wait list. You know the general manager's personal cell phone number, and you sent them a basket of expensive dog treats last week. Guests walk up to your beautiful wooden desk expecting daily miracles. A normal request is finding sold-out theater tickets for tonight. An unusual request is a guest wanting to propose on a private helicopter while a live-string quartet plays, and they need it arranged in exactly 2 hours. You make 5 panicked phone calls, cash in 3 massive personal favors, and somehow actually pull it off. Your reputation is everything, and one failed favor can ruin years of deep networking. They tip you $100 and walk away thinking you just pressed a magic button. Then there are the bizarre requests you never speak of. Wealthy guests have absolutely wild, unrestricted demands. Can you find me a vintage Rolex by noon? Can you hire a private chef to cook exclusive meals for my cat? You develop a very specific moral compass. You learn exactly what is legally possible, what is highly questionable but technically doable, and what requires a polite but firm absolute no. You are smiling, dialing, and solving major crises simultaneously. After an 11-hour shift of pretending to be a magical genie, you go home, turn your phone off, and refuse to make a single decision. Level 5. The department head. Welcome to middle management hell. You are the director of housekeeping or the director of front office. You do not interact with guests as much anymore, which is a blessing, but now you interact with spreadsheets, which is an absolute curse. You are permanently trapped in the brutal crossfire between the demanding executives above you and the deeply exhausted staff below you. Corporate tells you to magically cut labor costs by 10% this month. Your staff tells you they will literally walk out and quit if you cut one more person from the busy weekend shift. You spend your entire day doing completely impossible math. How do you clean 400 rooms with only 20 housekeepers when 25% of the guests requested late checkouts? You do not know, but if it fails, it is entirely your fault. You are the one who has to look a hard-working employee in the eye and explain why their overtime was denied, and then turn around and sit in a sterile meeting room to enthusiastically present a PowerPoint about how operational efficiency is up. You are completely exhausted, but you cannot ever let your team see you sweat. You exist on a diet of lukewarm break-room coffee and pure anxiety. You are constantly putting out massive invisible fires. The laundry machine broke down, the front desk computer system crashed, and the union rep is waiting in your office. You smile, adjust your blazer, and walk into the chaos because you are the glue actually holding this entire broken operation together. Level 6, the executive chef. You went to a prestigious culinary school in France. You spent 15 grueling years mastering the delicate art of French sauces and perfectly seared scallops. Now you are the executive chef of a luxury hotel, and your biggest selling item is a $28 club sandwich with French fries. Your kitchen is a windowless stainless steel bunker of intense heat, constant screaming, and massive egos. You have to manage 50 different cooks who all seem to hate each other, while simultaneously dealing with guests who have suddenly developed highly specific, entirely fake allergies. A ticket prints out for a perfectly aged Wagyu steak, ordered extremely well done with a side of ketchup. A small piece of your soul completely dies, but you cook it exactly as requested. Then comes the financial terror. The food and beverage director is constantly breathing down your neck about food costs. Why did you spend so much on imported truffles? Why is the butter budget so incredibly high? You have to somehow explain that wealthy guests do not want cheap butter, while still trying to figure out how to make a profit on a morning breakfast buffet where people eat their body weight in smoked salmon. You are an artist who has been forced by corporate to become an aggressive accountant. You taste a spoonful of a complex reduction sauce you spent 4 hours making, realize it is absolutely perfect, and then quietly watch a server carry it out to a guest who is probably going to complain that it is too salty. Level 7, the room's division director. You are the grand logistical mastermind of the entire building. You do not fix broken toilets, and you do not physically check people in. Your entire life revolves around a giant digital game of Tetris called inventory management. You are completely obsessed with corporate acronyms like RevPAR and ADR, revenue per available room and average daily rate. You stare at a glowing computer screen for 10 hours a day, watching numbers rapidly go up and down. Your biggest daily thrill is successfully overbooking the hotel by exactly 4%, betting your entire career that exactly 4% of the guests will magically cancel at the very last minute. When your massive gamble works, you look like an absolute financial genius to the owners. You maximized profit and every single room is full. When your gamble completely fails, you have 3 angry, exhausted business travelers standing in the lobby at midnight with no rooms available. You then have to force the front desk manager to walk them to a rival hotel down the street and pay for their stay. It is deeply humiliating. You are constantly analyzing data, predicting weather patterns, anticipating flight cancellations, and adjusting room prices by tiny fractions of a dollar just to squeeze a little more money out of the property. You barely ever see the actual guests. To you, they are not human beings with families and luggage. They are just glowing blue squares on a digital floor plan that you desperately need to optimize before the big monthly corporate revenue meeting. Level 8, the general manager. You are the undisputed mayor of this shiny, marble-covered town. You run the entire building. All 400 employees ultimately report to you, and you have not had a completely peaceful night of sleep since the late 90s. Your day officially starts at 6 in the morning when the overnight management report drops into your inbox. It is never good news. A water pipe burst on the 7th floor, a minor celebrity in the penthouse is throwing a massive tantrum, and someone somehow stole a massive potted tree from the main lobby. How do you steal a tree? You do not know, but it is your problem now. You are the face of the property, carrying the heavy weight of 400 livelihoods on your shoulders. Your entire existence revolves around one terrifying metric, the guest satisfaction score. Corporate demands a 91. You are currently at an 89. Those 2 little points are the difference between a massive yearly bonus and a very aggressive phone call from the owners. So you play high-stakes political chess. Do you spend $10,000 to fix the loud air conditioning, or save the budget and just keep giving complaining guests free spa passes? You have to be a financial genius, a professional therapist, and a babysitter all at the exact same time. The executive chef is threatening to quit. The housekeeping union is furious and the owners are visiting tomorrow. You smooth it all over. You drink your 4th coffee, straighten your luxury tie, and walk out into the lobby projecting absolute, unbothered perfection. Level 9, the regional vice president. You do not live in a hotel, you live on airplanes. You are the corporate enforcer responsible for 20 different luxury properties across a massive geographic region. You visit each hotel maybe twice a year, and when you do, everyone instantly panics. The general manager completely loses their mind, making sure the lobby smells perfect and the brass is violently polished before you walk through the revolving doors. But you do not actually care about the brass, you care about the spreadsheets. You sit in a sterile conference room with the terrified local management team, look at a massive financial report, and calmly ask why laundry chemical costs are up 0.5% this quarter. You speak entirely in corporate buzzwords like synergize, optimize, and leverage brand equity. You demand absolute perfection from your properties, while viewing the human cost as just another line item. You are completely disconnected from the daily chaos. You do not know what it is like to get yelled at over a parking fee, and you have never had to plunge a toilet at 2 in the morning. Your job is simply to squeeze the general manager until the profit margins increase. If a hotel is failing, you fire the general manager, hire a new one, and immediately fly to the next city. You sleep in massive complimentary luxury suites every single night, but you are so aggressively jet-lagged and stressed about regional quarterly projections that you barely even notice the expensive sheets. You are wealthy, powerful, and completely isolated from reality. Level 10. The brand CEO. You are the supreme visionary at the very top of the global empire. You oversee thousands of hotels, tens of thousands of exhausted employees, and billions of dollars in revenue. You do not deal with clogged toilets, angry guests, or even regional spreadsheets. You deal exclusively with wealthy shareholders, aggressive board members, and Wall Street analysts. You spend your days giving keynote speeches at exclusive conferences in Davos or Aspen, talking passionately about the future of global hospitality, and how your brand is not just selling hotel rooms but selling transformational human experiences. You wear custom-tailored suits that cost more than a valet attendant makes in 6 whole months. You fly exclusively on private corporate jets. Your vision dictates the direction of the entire company, but the execution relies entirely on people you will never meet. When you occasionally visit one of your own hotels for a press event, it is a highly choreographed theatrical production. A team of panicked assistants walks ahead of you to ensure you never see a piece of trash on the floor or a grumpy employee. You genuinely believe the inspiring corporate mission statement you wrote, completely unaware that down on level 1, a housekeeper is currently crying in a supply closet because she was given exactly 20 minutes to clean up after a massive frat party. You are the smiling face of the brand, the grand architect of the dream. You sell the beautiful illusion of perfect, effortless luxury to the world, while an invisible army quietly bleeds to make that illusion look incredibly real